Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Today I'm joined by Ed Chattey. He's had three fights this year, and yeah, he's one win, one draw, one defeat, and yes, pleasure getting you on as always, Ed. How have you been?
Been good, mate. Been eating a lot, chilling out. Well, I've been training still, but enjoying Christmas.
Yeah, all good. And yeah, before we talk about your last contest that you had in in December. Talk about your previous contest, which it was a draw you had with Robbie Chapman at York or Bethnal Green. And yeah,
Yeah,
talk about that fight.
yeah. So drew with Robbie. It's kind of again, it was in there with an experienced fighter. First couple of rounds, he wasn't really looking to engage too much. It was he was defensive, and then third round, he kind of came out more aggressive, which is what he can do. We knew he could do that, and he definitely won the fourth. Where I probably took the first two. Sorry, he won the third, and I probably took the first two, and then the fourth I should have done more. I kind of was trying to wait till a certain time, like the last minute, to have a go and really step up the pace,
Mm.
and I left it a little bit too late. So it was a shame, but I'll learn from that. And yeah, so I got the draw.
And overall, do you think a draw's a fair result?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah,
Was it a scrappy fight or
I wouldn't say it's a scrappy fight. Like Robbie, you know what, how certain journeymen box, and they're looking to just take as little damage as possible,
yeah?
um, and not often not coming to try and win. And so first two rounds it was quite hard to we weren't exactly like exchanging in the middle of the ring, and then it's just difficult. It's difficult boxing someone with that much experience. But again, you learn a lot, and yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it was scrappy, but it might not have it might have been a bit cagey at times.
Yeah, do you just think you didn't really put it on him as you should have?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I think. I think I didn't put it on him enough. But I respected his power because he can stick it on you. So you
Yeah,
kind
because
of you
he's
kind of
put a
have to
few
be.
people over, is Robbie.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to. You definitely don't want to just go and try and unload and not think about defense because you will get clipped and knocked down.
Mhm.
So yeah, but the fourth round. You know what? I thought I boxed okay, but the fourth round I was too I should have just gone for it. And I'll learn from that.
Yeah, 100%. Because Robbie's he's an awkward fella, isn't he, Robbie?
Yeah, his defense is very good. It's hard to hit. Um, and he's good going forward as well. Like when he wants to, he can turn it on. So
Mm.
yeah, I had some regrets though about not um pushing the pace more in the last round. But that is how you learn: is you go through it, you make the mistakes, and then you take it. You take that lesson away from it. So I won't be leaving anything in the tank. I think in future fights.
Yeah, 100%. And you fought in December. Let's talk. We'll talk about your last contest. You had Jordan Granham, another good journeyman. 38-37. Lost this time round. Talk about the contest and how you felt in the contest.
Yeah, it was. Again, I learned a lot from that fight. Made some mistakes which lost me the fight. Um, I don't know if I'll go into them, but there's something I'll learn from. Again, first two rounds, similar to Robbie in that he was just sort of tucking up and not doing too much, and I probably won the first two rounds. And then third and fourth, third round I went down because of this mistake that I kept making, and I didn't adapt, and so I went down. I was a little bit off balance. I wasn't like knocked down properly. I got hit, caught square, and lost my
Mm.
balance. Um, but he won that round, definitely a 10-8 round, and
And what
then
was, of course, touching the canvas for the first time's not, great, but it's like what when you got back up, were you hurt? Did you have your feet underneath you when you got back up, or
to be honest, I was off balance, so I was aware that I was stumbling backwards and like um and so as soon as I hit the floor, I was, oh, I'm fine, I'll get up. And then when I got up, I did feel like a little bit, like I definitely felt the shot, but I wasn't properly hurt. Um, but maybe I got up a bit too quickly, to be honest. Um, and I was luckily Matt was in the corner next to me, and he just said like, take your time. So again, a good experience to have because there's part of you that feels like, oh, I'm not even hurt. I need to get up and just get straight back in, but you need to take your time and make sure you got all your kind of balance back.
was it at the end of round three that one?
No, it was probably a minute in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did he try and put it on you like when you got back up, or
He kind of put a bit of pressure, but he didn't go all out to put it on me. Um, yeah. No, he didn't because again, I think I recovered by the time the ref said box. I was like fully there and I wasn't hurt. But yeah, he didn't come out after that and try and knock me out straight away. That's yeah.
and talk about the rest of round three and of course round four, and how do you evaluate Jordan Granham's power and him as a fight and being in there with him?
So the rest of the round, so he was stinging me with. He had a very good jab, and I was stepping into his jab. I felt, and so that's something I need to work on is not lunging in with my jab and covering up better because that was going on throughout the fight. So that was where I felt his power most actually was in his jab. And then I don't know if the ref thought I was hurt, but I didn't think I was at all. But I kind of the way I box, I'm quite on my toes, and I got hit with the right hand and sort of what's the word? Went over a little bit on my ankle, didn't go down, but rolled my ankle a little bit,
Mm.
which is annoying because it made it look like the shot had more effect than I felt it did. And then yeah, I took some shots in the fourth round. I felt that round was very close, but um, where I worked probably more than he did, he was landing the bigger, cleaner shots.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I spoke to Matt a few days ago about the fight, and he said you were, in control in the first two. The third, of course, went to Granham, but the fourth, could have swung either way, sort of thing. Do you think you could have got a draw if without the knockdown, or
yeah, yeah, I think it's a fair decision that he won the fight because again, he landed the more effective punches, but it was. I definitely feel like it was very close that last round. Um, and again, yeah, I made some mistakes. I made that watching it back. I made some mistakes. It was like simple, kind of simple errors
you
that
see
cost
where
me the
you went
fight.
wrong?
Yeah, yeah.
And would
It's
you say it
annoying. I
was
didn't.
similar errors that you made in the Robbie fight, or no?
No, nah, no, different. Yeah, different. I mean, they've got a very different style, but
Yeah,
um,
different fighters, them two.
yeah, yeah. But that last fight, I made some quite basic errors, I think, and you know, maybe I should have adapted in the fight. That's what I didn't do. Rather than noticing, I kept, I kept making the same mistakes.
Mm. And yeah, did you get a chance to watch your stable mate Chris's fight on the same night or no?
Yeah, no, I did. I did.
And what did you make of that?
I thought McGuigan looked very strong, and Chris, like, unfortunately, didn't get started quickly enough, and I think he got hurt in the first round. I can't really remember it too well, but he got hurt in the first round, and um, yeah, I thought McGuigan looked really strong, but Chris can. I know he's got a lot more in him than that performance, and he just had an off night, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, overall, how would you sum up your first year as a professional boxer?
Yeah, it's been great, to be honest. I've enjoyed it. Um, it's been, you know, I've turned over with quite limited experience, and I've learned that more and more as it's gone on, and I just want to keep getting better as a fighter, to be honest, and boxing more regularly. And like, I've learned so much from those three fights that I had, that I want to fight more regularly, and I know I'll improve by doing that. But
Yeah.
it's been a great experience so far.
Have you learned different things from each of those fights?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So overall, are you happy with your first year of course, you would rather, it being 3-0, but you've
yeah,
learnt from those fights, building into hopefully a big 2025 for you.
yeah, yeah. I think obviously I'd like to be 3-0, but um, it's what you make of it, isn't it? Like, if I learn from, if I'd have gone 3-0 and was given three wins, let's say, or just was 3-0, I probably would improve less than, those lessons that I've learned in those fights. You know, I'll really apply myself, and I feel like I've gained good experience, and hopefully box a bit more next year, get more fights than just three.
Yeah, and of course, would you want to run it back with either Robbie or Jordan in the new year if the opportunity came about, or
I think we're gonna look to go and box as an away fighter, like, initially, next year. Um, and then, yeah, maybe after that, if I get a couple of wins on the road, then that could happen. Yeah,
yeah, because Matt said you were going to be taking a few fights, in the away corner, take some chances in the away corner, like your other stablemate Mishak as well.
yeah, yeah. Mishak's doing that. Um, yeah, I'm yet to do it, so I have no experience of doing that. But to me, it kind of sounds, um, obviously you don't have to sell the tickets, and
Less pressure.
it's a 50-50 fight, and they're winnable fights, definitely.
So how many fights are you thinking about having in the new year?
I don't know. It depends. It depends how it goes, but I want to box right now. I want to box as much as possible. I want to get as many fights as possible, because I feel like that's the way to improve. You've got to box, and in actual fights, that's how you learn. That's how you get better. And I haven't had that many fights at all. I think like 26 in total overall, white collar, pro, and amateur. So I've got a lot more learning to do.
And yeah, when are you? I know you've just had a fight a few weeks ago, but are you going to be looking at maybe March or for a next fight, or just see when the phone gets rung?
I think Steve did say March, but hopefully before. If I can get ready and stay ready, then whenever an opportunity comes that we feel is a good opportunity, then I'll jump on it.
So hopefully March, or maybe even
If not,
earlier, either
yeah,
in the. So is March penciled in for a home show or
no,
just
no, no.
hopefully a
There's
fight?
no, yeah, no home show penciled in. Like, I'm definitely going as an away fighter next fight. So, well, yeah, whatever comes up, but yeah, Steve said March, so but gonna stay ready to, so if something comes up before, I'm ready.
Yeah, 100% fingers crossed. And yeah, what was your did you watch Fury Usyk, the second fight?
Yeah, yeah. I watched that. Thought I like at the time I need to watch it back, but I thought Fury. I guess I went with Fury because I prefer his style, and I thought he probably won it, but a lot of people have said Usyk.
Yeah.
It was
I think
very
Usyk
close.
won.
Yeah, Fury probably looked a bit more hurt, didn't he, in the rounds? But um, Fury was kind of pressing until the later rounds. He was pressing most of the fight.
Would you want to see a trilogy, or as Usyk's 2-0, you think Usyk should get probably the winner of Parker Dubois in February?
Yeah, I'd like to see them box other people now.
Yeah.
Um, but again, they were so close those fights that they could have a trilogy. But I'd like to see, yeah, winner of Parker Dubois with Usyk, maybe Fury Joshua, like in the summer.
You- And who like if Fury and AJ fought now, of course they're not. It wouldn't be as good of a fight as it would be, 4 years ago. But it still is a fight. Especially the UK fans and most boxing fans around the world still want to see that big fight between AJ and Fury. And if that happens, who've you got winning that one?
I think Fury should win if he stays sort of professional and looks after himself, looks after his body. Then you'd have him being the better fighter than Joshua. But you can't rule out Joshua as well. And yeah, Fury's just got to sort of stay training, stay in the gym.
Yeah. So is that one of the fights you most want to see in 2025, or?
Um, yeah, it would be actually. Yeah, yeah. Um, Fury Dubois as well. I think that'd be a good fight.
What if Dubois beats Parker?
Yeah,
Would you favour Dubois over Parker?
it's a good question. I think yeah, I would. But Parker is very good. He's a very good boxer. But I think Dubois, he's got confidence. His power, his power is very dangerous. So I think he can beat Parker.
Yeah, another close fight. And yeah, Ed, before I let you go, do you wanna, thank your team, anyone who's helped you in your first year as a professional boxer, and anyone in general?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I want to thank Matt and John, my coaches, who've taken me through the first year, or really, I think it's like 8 months. Um, in terms of since I've been a pro, it's only been 8 months. But yeah, thank them, and hopefully we'll go on and do bigger and better things next year. And Fitzy as well. And then I want to thank everyone who bought tickets and supported me over the last three fights. I was really lucky to have such good support, and hopefully, yeah, there'll be more good nights and big fights coming.
100%. And from me, Ed, thank you for your time, and yeah, onwards and upwards.
Yeah, thanks, Sam.
Thank you,
Cheers,
mate.
mate.
Bye.
Bye bye.